So guys, I just want to see if I'm on camera. I'm trying to do this every day to keep you guys updated on what's going on. I have over 1.8 gigabytes of memory, so we shouldn't be cut off. I would like to finish up on some of the handcrafted jewelry, some of the things I found on eBay, and I'll probably pause in between to get that for you. So before I start talking about that, I find that I'm sort of not on camera, but I want to give you updates on how, if my face is swelling, if I have marks. I want to show you this mark on my hand. I'm going to use this cardboard cutting board that I made so that you guys can see how I've been using it. So let me just show you my hand. So as you can see right here, this is one of those scabs from whatever they're hitting me with, and it causes swelling in the spot. Let me see if I can kind of pick at it so that you can see that this is not a natural mark. I know it's obvious at this point, but I just want to kind of make sure you folks know. So I'm just going to try to maneuver this. Let's see if I can do this so you guys can see what I'm telling you. Let's see if I can get my finger in here. And you see that that's not a normal mark. And I have it where my fingers are swollen. So every single place where you see some swelling, you'll see these marks. So whatever they're hitting me with, this doesn't look normal, I know. But you see that mark? So whatever they're doing when they heat me up at night, the marks get darker and they start to scab. You'll see on my finger, I'm trying to get this as clear as possible. So this finger stays swollen, and you can definitely see how I have these marks. There's another mark right there, and here's another mark. So this isn't a natural thing. Again, as I keep updating you folks, if something like this is happening to you, if you're being attacked by whatever these things are, and people are following you and you're hearing all the banging and that, I don't have the television on, so if you hear any voices or talking, it's not me. So I just want to let you know, if this is happening, call law enforcement, call the FBI, call the police. Don't handle this on your own. It's not worth it. There are too many people trying to hurt people out there, and I don't want you guys to get hurt. The other thing I wanted to say is why I'm not answering comments is because if you look in the comments section of some of my videos, I know there are a lot of videos, you'll notice that, let me just turn this around so you can see me. You'll notice that I have some people leaving comments, some nice and some stalkers. So I don't want the stalkers to then stalk you, so I'm not going to comment. When I first started uploading recent videos, someone who left a comment for me then had an argument with one of my stalkers, and I don't want that to happen. My channel should not be a place for gang stalkers or criminal stalkers. That's what I'm calling them, criminal stalkers, to attack people who are being already attacked. So I don't want to make my comment section into a place where you will then be stalked by this people stalking me. And if you want to read some of the comments, the harassing comments, you can go to Cup of Java Productions on Twitter. So it's at Cup of Java Pro, Pro, on my Twitter account, and I have it pinned. So as soon as you go onto my Twitter account, Cup of Java Pro, you'll see it pinned. I don't want these people then to stalk you. So I thank you guys for leaving comments, telling me what you're going through, but understand that this is something that is a dangerous situation. It's very serious, and we need law enforcement to do it. We are not able to handle it. You know, part of this process for me, I told you I happened for approximately since 2016. Part of what I've realized is what I can do and what I cannot do. And maybe that is this. So in life, we go, you know, I worked with the public. I went to school with a lot of kids. I'm 48. I've dealt with a lot of different situations growing up in the Bronx, but this is so much beyond what I'm able to do. What I can do is tell you my experience, be brutally honest with you folks, but I then have to tell you I'm going to law enforcement. I, at the professionals. There are professionals who do this. I'm not one of them. So thank you for leaving comments. Please tell your story and let people know this is happening to us. But don't try to be a professional at handling these situations. We're not. And I'm not a professional. And I'm not going to give you guys advice. One of the horrible things that I call them schemy scammies, because they have come up with schemes and scams. And they said that they've been observing me and monitoring me and surveilling me, and they want to continue. They cannot continue. It's wrong. I am entitled to privacy. Just because I'm Black doesn't mean I have to be watched every second of the day. No one deserves that. I am not in prison. I am not convicted of any crimes. There's no reason for me to feel like a prisoner. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but that knock was so loud it vibrated the floor. That's another part of this. There's so much damage to this apartment because of these people. I'm not a prisoner, and they want to make me feel like a prisoner. They want to take away my freedom. Everything I say, they want to criticize. It's wrong. And I know if it's happening to you, it's wrong for you. I don't want to speak on anything else about that at this time, because there's so many wrong things happening in the world right now, and we have to speak up. And one of the things that I felt I had to do with this channel was tell you guys the truth. Tell you folks the truth. And I told you in the last video or the video before that, I want to show you when I get angry. And when I get angry in my apartment, I use profanity. I'm entitled to do that. And I'm also using this channel to let people know, if you are people who don't like me, don't be in my life. And to insert yourselves into my life to stalk me means you must like me, or you're getting something out of it. You and we know that as victims of this targeted attacks on us, that they're getting something out of it. No one does something for nothing, especially not these types of people. And I told you what they wanted. They wanted this apartment. They wanted to steal my ideas, and they wanted to steal my businesses and things that I was creating. They want something from me. They're not doing it for the fun of it. There is no fun in having this done to me 24/7. So I'll leave it at that. But I just want to tell you folks, please don't do this alone. Make sure you tell people that this is happening, warn them, but then involve law enforcement and let law enforcement know this is serious. We're not faking this. This is not, there would be no reason for me to need attention this way. This is a wrong type of attention. So right now I'm going to pause this video. Let me cover this camera. Oh, and I wanted to show you what we did yesterday. If it comes out like this, don't worry about it. We're recycling, reusing, repurposing packages. A recipient of a gift will understand. So let me pause this for a moment and then get some more homemade, handcrafted goods. Okay, so I wanted to show you how, if you're cutting something, you can cut on this cardboard. You're going to make the cardboard extra thick and put some sort of wrapping tape, shipping tape, or duct tape on it so that it can absorb cuts. So that's how I got these shapes. I showed you how I was making this out of cardboard. So this is a clear piece that you can see is clearly made out of cardboard. So I'm just going to slide this over so you can see. I'm going to start to hopefully go back to selling stuff. I didn't sell this yet. I was making it to sell, but because of all of this, I didn't want to sell it and have them, ruin my eBay or Etsy account. So I didn't get to sell my homemade handcrafted jewelry. So that's something I want to do. One of the ideas that someone on YouTube had was that you can take magazines, and you see how you get these catalogs with these pretty little designs, and you can use it to cover homemade jewelry. So not only can you make this out of cardboard, as you can see, it's clearly cardboard. That's how I constructed these, and I just put the paper over it so that, and then glazed it so that it could kind of be waterproof. But I wanted to show you it without anything on it. But then you take your magazine or your catalog designs and you can put it over it, so you can kind of use that. But I kind of, instead of doing it that way for sale, I wanted to do it so that it looks like wood. So that's kind of how I would like to sell these pieces eventually. So I wanted to make sure that for sale, I used cardboard to look like wood and then cover it with some sort of contact or wrapping paper. So eventually I'm going to put these online, and you can see how each one is different, even from front to back. I didn't want it to be the same. So you kind of will get your own personalized, handcrafted, individual piece, so that even the sizes will vary, so that nothing will seem alike. But if you're doing it for yourself and you just want a cute little thing for yourself, you can kind of make something like this and cover it with the catalog paper. I like the look of this even plain. Like, I'm that girl. So I wanted to let you know, one of the sad parts about the liars that I'm exposing, they said, I told them, come forward. Instead of coming forward with lies, what they did was they came forward with, we will never stop stalking you. So that's not really coming forward with the lies. I think that's how they failed. They failed by not realizing. And see, some of the thick got on this, and I can easily wipe it off. This is what I wanted to show you folks, that the triple thick, if it sometimes gets a little something on it, you can easily take it off. So I'm just showing you how with my fingernail I'm scratching it off, and I'll be able to completely remove this, so that if you purchase something like this, you don't have to worry too much about the damage. But again, I would protect it, because it's just cardboard. It's it's not wood. So I just want to show you that. Again, I always want to tell you guys the truth. So one of the other things that these people, when they invaded my privacy, did was they tried to accuse me of using the post office box to make this. Well, when I was going through this problem with them, I started to smell these things in the apartment, and I started to feel like my privacy was being invaded before I realized it. So what I did with the boxes is I took all the boxes apart. Some of the boxes I didn't want to throw out, so I just started using it for other things. And what I did was, once I realized I cannot do anything with these boxes, because you can't give these boxes back if something chemical is in the apartment that could hurt people, I started to recycle, reuse, and repurpose. So this is my own design. So I can make custom designs with these pieces. And so, again, I'm always telling you guys the truth. I don't have any reason to lie. And at this stage, with being hit in the head and going through this, there's no point in lying. I told you in the previous video how I made these borders, different colors. So I wanted to show you how this is something that I'm going to do. So this isn't, obviously this isn't the post office box. So this kind of can shut these people up about this. That, again, I made the majority with these boxes, but if I had a box that had a label